So I published my first YouTube video about a week ago. And guess how many views it received? 24. And I'm okay with that. And in this video, I'm going to tell you why. Hi, my name is Ken Rashad. Welcome to the channel where we talk about entrepreneurship, money management, and lifestyle, and everything else that goes with that. So 24 views up to this point for my first YouTube video might be discouraging for some of you, but for me, it's pretty much what I expected. For the simple fact that there were some things that I kind of wanted to prove to myself and kind of experiment with based upon some things that had been said on YouTube about what you should and shouldn't do about YouTube videos that a lot of YouTubers have expressed that I think I'm gonna go ahead and say, ignore that particular piece of advice that they've been putting out there. But in this particular instance, for me, it's significant, not so much the number of people who watched it, but it's significant because it was the very first video. And despite the fact that I've made tons of YouTube videos for HBCU sports, you don't really give it a whole lot of thought because the process at HBCU sports is a little different because we make videos based upon current events, based upon whatever is happening at that particular moment. In this particular instance, for me, this is a personal journey. And having to overcome, believe it or not, some fears, it wasn't necessarily the most easiest thing for me to do. However, for me, it's kind of momentous because I was able to take that first step and actually producing the video. So I didn't necessarily expect a whole lot. However, I think I probably could have gotten better results had I done some of the things that I typically would have done. But I want to go to the point that a lot of people or a lot of YouTubers had made previously when they talk about taking your steps in your YouTube journey. There have been some YouTubers who have literally said, don't tell your friends and don't tell your family about your YouTube channel. Now, I understand their personal reasons may very well be their unique reasons for not doing so, but I'm here to tell you, why not tell your friends and your family? If the ultimate goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, your friends and your family are likely going to be the people who, in many instances, are going to support you the most. Now, I get it. There may be some detractors. There may be some who may tell you, why do you want to waste your time making YouTube videos? Or whatever the case may be. I understand. You may not necessarily want to associate yourself with that level of negativity. But I'm here to tell you that if you are determined to do and be successful on YouTube, I'm the type of person who would take that level of negativity and I would convert it into positive energy and would make myself determined to move forward. And I think that's the mindset that you have to take. If they tell you you can't do it or they tell you you shouldn't do it, you need to tell yourself, I can do it and I'm going to continue to do it because I've seen what it's done for the lives and changing the lives of other individuals who are out there. There are more reasons why I should do it as opposed to listening to you tell me why I shouldn't. That's step number one. So I say all that to say, if whatever reason people are telling you don't tell your friends and family, I'm here to tell you, tell your friends and family. Allow them or leverage them to help you get to that threshold of 1,000 YouTube subscribers and 4,000 YouTube watch hours with the intent on trying to make or become a YouTube partner to get your channel monetized. Now, in future videos, we're going to talk about why it isn't necessarily for you to wait to get to that threshold to start making money on YouTube, if in fact that's exactly what you want to do, but we'll say that for another time. Another thing about that first video that I made, I'm just going to keep it real with you. It sucked. It wasn't very good. And depending on who you talk to, that's to be expected. But this is the time when you take the time to leverage the opportunities that, yeah, you don't have a very large audience, you're not getting a whole lot of views, but it gives you an opportunity to kind of go back, look at what you've done without being overly critical of yourself. You make some adjustments and you try to get better as you continue to produce the content. And one thing kind of leads to another. the more content that you produce, the bigger the audience is going to get. Now, I purposely didn't promote my video for that very reason, because I wanted to make sure that YouTube, to confirm that YouTube isn't just going to just magically up and just start promoting your videos. Now, granted, don't get me wrong. YouTube wants you to produce content. And if it's good content, and if there's a certain level of engagement that they're going to witness or experience with the algorithms, then yeah, your video is going to get promoted. And that's a testament to the quality of the content. But in this particular instance, I purposely didn't promote it. I did share it on some of the social media platforms in which I don't have a whole lot of followers, because I did want to kind of give it a fair chance. But I didn't promote it to the channels in which I have the most followers on my personal social media platforms, because I just kind of wanted to see if this thing was really going to take off on its own. And it really didn't do so. So take the time. If you've got social media platforms and you've got people following you on those platforms, go ahead and promote your videos. I mean, people say, don't tell anyone about your YouTube videos. But if that were the case, why would YouTube provide, or if that were the case, why does YouTube give you the tools to promote your videos on other social media platforms? If you look below your video, you'll see there's a share button with the option to share it to Facebook, to email it, to embed it on your website. The opportunity is there for you to share your videos. So don't buy in to the rhetoric of people telling you, don't tell anyone about your videos. Tell people about your videos. But in the same breath, it needs to be understood that at this particular stage of your YouTube journey, you don't really want to focus on the number of people watching your videos. You want to focus on creating content consistently. You've already taken that first step, or in my case, I've taken that first step. And I understand that that's a struggle for many of you who are contemplating starting a new YouTube channel, or for those of you who have started a YouTube channel, you too might be able to relate to how difficult it was for you to initially start your YouTube channel. So granted, you want to be consistent in creating your content. You want to be consistent on getting better in creating your content. But in the same breath, when you promote your videos, and if you're fortunate enough to where either people may want to comment on your videos, they may want to encourage you, you might want to take that feedback in. You might occasionally get a hater and someone is going to tell you you suck or you don't know what you're talking about. But you know what? It ultimately means nothing in the greater scheme of things. At the very least, take some comfort in the fact that whatever it is that your content was about, moved them to the extent that they cared enough to comment just to tell you how much your video did suck. But again, this is about you getting better. However, you can leverage those comments, because here's what will likely happen. You will likely attract individuals who are in the same mode that you're in. They're just starting their YouTube journey. They're going to likely tell you, congratulations on taking the first step. They may even provide you with some stories about how they just started, or maybe they've gotten to a certain threshold in their YouTube journey. Maybe they can relate to the fact of just how difficult that process is. Do not be discouraged by what is said in the YouTube videos or in the YouTube commentaries or the comments, because chances are the comments are going to be a heck of a lot more supportive as opposed to someone just hating on what you say. So just keep that in mind. This is your personal journey, just as this particular video is just another step in mine. We're all in this together. The key is to improve. You've already, if you haven't done that first, if you haven't produced that first video yet, produce that first video to establish that foundation. If you're still in your early stages of your YouTube journey, you've already taken that step, continue to build, as I will continue to do so. There's one thing that you really need to keep in mind as you continue to produce your content. Obviously, you want to focus on being consistent in creating content. You want to focus on improving as you create content. You want to improve on the process of creating content. It doesn't necessarily have to be a burden. The more you do it with repetition, the easier it's going to become for you. But the one thing that you really need to make sure you focus on is providing value. The very fact that you've taken the steps to create a YouTube journey or to create a YouTube channel and to begin your journey could very well be an inspiration to others. And by you simply taking the steps, documenting your journey, some way, somehow, that's going to be a benefit to someone else who is also struggling. And unlike anyone else who pretty much says the exact same thing on what you should or shouldn't do on YouTube, your message, your delivery, there may be something about you that resonates with that individual differently that makes them want to move forward. Focus on creating value. Hope this video has been valuable to you. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.